Good evening, friends. Am I audible? Okay. We have completed 90 percentage in company accounts. So last some two or three questions we have for shares, and today we'll be starting with issue of debentures also. So last class we completed up to question number 141. Now proceeding to question number 142. M Limited invited application for issuing 80,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 4 per share. 10 rupees face value, premium is 4 per share. The amount is payable as follows: 5 on application and 9 including premium on allotment. So 5 plus 4, 9, it is 14. So entire money is collected only in application and allotment. Only two stages. Applications were received for 1,40,000 shares and allotment was done on pro rata allotment. Money overpaid on application was utilized towards some due on allotment. The allotment money was duly received except from Summer, who applied for 1,400 shares, and his shares were forfeited. Past necessary journal entries in the books of M Limited to record the above transaction. Also, you have to open calls in arrears account whenever required. So that's all. So this is the requirement of the question. So go through this question and just pause the video and you try this question on your own, and then we will discuss the answer. Okay, first you try this question. Already we did this type of question. So can we start? First one, M Limited invited application for issuing 80,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each. And so total issued capital is 80,000. 80,000 is the issued capital. 10 plus 4. What is the breakup of this 10 plus 4? Application it is 5 and allotment it is 9. And allotment is including premium. Premium is 4 rupees. It means 5 plus 4. Now Applications were received for 1,40,000 applications shares. So first entry, bank account debit to share application. Bank account debit to share application. How many shares? 1,40,000 shares, on which application money is 5. 1,40,000 1,40,000 into 5. 1,40,000 into 5 will give you 7 lakhs. For 7 lakhs, first entry is for 7 lakh. Bank to share application is for 7 lakh. Second entry, share application account debit. Share application account debit to share capital. Share application account debit to share capital. Also, we have pro rata allotment, because question they have received application for 1,40,000 and pro rata allotment was made. Excess money overpaid on application was utilized towards share allotment. Okay, so we should also write here to share allotment. So 1,40,000 into 5, this is the money received. 1,40,000 into 5 will give you 7 lakh. Out of this, we can transfer to share capital only the shares which is issued. How much is issued? 80,000 is issued. Maximum we can allot only 80,000. So 80,000 into 5. 80,000 into 5 will give you 4 lakh. So how much amount to be adjusted towards share allotment? It is 3 lakh. So entry, share application account debit to share capital to share allotment, it is 3 lakh. So first entry, bank to share application over. Second entry, share application account debit to share capital to share allotment. Next, share allotment order due entry. What is the entry for share allotment due? Share allotment account debit. Share allotment account debit to share capital. Share allotment account debit to share capital. Also, we have securities premium to securities premium. So, what is the amount of share allotment? It is one. Totally, we have issued only how many share? 80,000. So, maximum we can allot only how much, means 80,000. So 80,000 into allotment we have to pay 9 rupees. So 80,000 into 9. 80,000 into 9 will give you 7 lakhs and 20,000. Out of this 7 lakhs 20 to share capital, how much should be transferred? We can transfer 80,000 into 5. 80,000 into 5 will give you 4 lakh. And to securities premium, how much is securities premium? It is 4 lakh is share capital. Up 4 into 80,000. 80,000 into 4 will give you 3 lakhs and 20,000. So application entry over, allotment entry is also over. Next, application over allotment. Next, what is the next one? Receipt of share allotment. What is the entry for receipt of share allotment? Bank account debit. Bank account debit. Calls in arrears account debit. Because we have one person has not made the money, so we should use calls in arrears account debit. 2. Share allotment. Bank account debit. Calls in arrears account debit to share allotment. Actually, we are supposed to receive how much amount, means 7 lakhs and 20,000. But already how much amount is received? Already 3 lakhs amount is received. Appa 7 lakh 20 la, this 3 lakhs is already received. 7 lakh 20 minus 3 lakh will give you 4 lakhs and 20,000. So this is the amount we are supposed to receive. If every person has paid the money, then we would have received how much amount, means 4 lakh and 20,000. But not all the person has paid the money, because we have some default also. What is the default which is given? The allotment money was duly received except from Mr. S, who has applied for 1,400 share. In the question order twist applied for 1,400 shares. See, he applied for 1,400 shares, meaning we will not allot him full 1,400 shares, because in this question there is a pro rata allotment. Overall, total applied for. Overall, total, if you apply for 1,40,000 share, you will be allotted with how many shares? You will be allotted with only 80,000 share. In same way, Mr. S applied for 14,400 shares. Then he will be allotted only with how many shares? Na? 800 shares. Simple cross multiplication, you will be getting 800. So what is the calculation? 80,000 into 1,400 divided by 1,40,000. You will be getting this number as how much? Na? Pro rata. Once you done the pro rata allotment, you will be getting how much answer? Na? 800 is the answer you will be getting. He applied for 1,400 share. He is allotted only with how many share? Na? 800 share. Meaning he will pay application money on how many shares? Na? 1,400 share. See, what is the application money we paid? 1,400 shares into 5 rupees. 1,400 into 5. He paid application money on 7,000 share. Okay, this is the money paid. But whereas what is the money he is supposed to pay for application? He is allotted with only 800 share. 800 into 5. 800 into 5 it is 4,000. He has paid excess money. What is the excess money paid by him? Yes has paid excess money to the extent of how much amount? Means 3,000. This 3,000 will be adjusted towards allotment. So what is the allotment due of? What is the allotment due of S? S oda allotment due. He is allotted with 800 share. On this 800 share, we have to pay how much amount? Means 9 rupees we have to pay. 800 into 9. So 800 into 9 will give you 7,200 we have to receive. But in this, how much is received so far? Already, that is excess money. How much is received? Excess money, how much is received? 3,000 is received. So 7,200 minus already received, or this is called as excess money which is received, 3,000. 7,200 minus 3,200 will give you 7,200 minus 3,000 will give you 4,000. This is the amount not received. This is called as calls in arrears. If you, when we send the letter to S, we will ask him to pay how much amount? Means 4,200. We will send a letter as you have been allotted with 800 share. On this 800 share, you have to pay 9 rupees. 800 into 9, 7,200. Whereas you paid excess already 3,000. The 3,000 we will set off. 7,200 minus 3,000. Netta you should pay how much amount? Means 4,200. Like this we will send a allotment letter to them. So how much amount not received? Means calls in arrears, it is 4,200. So in this total 4 lakh and 20, how much money is not received? 4,200 is not received. 4 lakh 20 minus 4,200, how much money is received? Na? 4 lakhs and 15,800 is the money received. Okay, wow. So this is the money received by the shareholder. Now what happened? His shares were also forfeited. In the shares நம்ம திருப்பி என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம்னா forfeit பண்ணியாச்சு. Okay, now forfeiture oda entry. So calls in arrears over. Once calls in arrears is done, we should pass entry for forfeiture. What is the entry for forfeiture? Share capital account debit. Securities premium is there. Securities premium is not received. Share capital account debit. Securities premium account debit. Share capital account debit. Securities premium account debit. Two calls in arrears. Two calls in arrears. Two forfeited shares. Two forfeited shares. How much is share capital? Share capital should be debited with. He has been applied for 1,400 share. We have allotted him only 800 share. A company can forfeit only how many share? Na? 800 share. 800 share into 10 fully called up. 800 into 10 will give you 8,000. And securities premium 800 into 4. 800 into 4 will give you 3,200. But debit order total it is how much? Na? 11,200. Calls in arrears amount it is 4,200. Out of 11,200, out of 11,200 calls in arrears minus 4,200, you will be getting how much amount? Na? 7,000. What is this for 7,000? This 7,000 is nothing but the amount paid by the applicant. Applicant has paid 7,000 rupees, correct? On 1,400 shares he paid 5 rupees. And the 7,000 here we will be having it as what now? Forfeited shares. So that's all, pa. So this is the answer for this question. 6 mark for this question. So they ask you to open calls in arrears account. Always whenever you pass receipt entry, if question is silent or they specifically ask, it is advisable to use calls in arrears account so that forfeiture entry will be very easy for you. Not only forfeiture entry, reissue entry, capital reserve calculation, all things will be easy for you. Okay, so that is about this question number 142. Now take up the next question, question number 143. Last question in this share capital. K Limited invited application for 30,000 share of rupees 10 each at a premium of 2 per share. Up 10 plus 2, same like last question. The amount is payable as follows. On application and allotment, it is 7. Application and allotment, it is 7. On first and final call, it is 5, including premium. So, not only on application separate amount and allotment separate amount not given. Application and allotment together, it is 7. On first and final call, it is 5. That is including premium. Applications were received for 33,000 shares. Over subscription. Public issue, they issued only for 30,000 share, but they received response for 33,000 share. Applications were received for 3,000. Application for 3,000 shares were rejected and money is refunded to the applicant. We received 33, but we issued only 30. Excess is there for 3,000. The 3,000 is refunded to the applicant. Application for 30,000 were accepted in full. Also, application and allotment money was duly received. Application also received and allotment money, application and allotment money was duly received. Then the first and final call was made. Money was received except from a shareholder holding how many share? Na 500 share. Here there is no concept of pro rata. Entire amount is rejected. And since this in this 500 share we have not received the money, his shares were forfeited by the company, cancelled by the company for non-payment of installment. All these shares are reissued to Karthik as fully paid rupees 8 per share. These shares are reissued to Karthik as fully paid for rupees 8 per share. Okay. These shares are reissued at what price? Na 8 rupees. Past journal entry for the above transaction. Open calls in arrears account. Okay. Wherever required. So, normal question. Very basic thing. Basic question. We don't have much issues in this question. So, this one question you try as homework. Homework, you try this question. Okay. So, with this, we are completing which topic means we are completing share capital topic. So now we will proceed with the next topic. What is the next topic? It is issue of debentures. Issue of debentures. So relating to debenture, what are the things we need to understand? Basically, the term debenture meaning, it is a debt instrument. The term debenture meaning, it is a debt instrument. It is a debt instrument issued by the company. It is a debt instrument issued by the company. It carries fixed rate of interest. Next, debenture holders are creditors of the company. Debenture holders are creditors of the company. Debenture holders are creditors of the company. Basically, debenture is a debt instrument. Debenture is a debt instrument issued by the company. ஒரு கடன் பத்திரம், we received some loan. For that we are writing all the things in a document, and that document we call it as debenture. Debenture is a debt instrument. It carries fixed rate of interest. To the debenture holder, company will be paying what means interest. So debenture holders are called as creditors of the creditors of the company. Debenture holders are what means creditors of the company. They are not owners. Shareholders are owners. and the debenture holders are called as creditors of the company. So when we are doing the accounting from whose point of view? Company point of view. Company issues some debentures to the debenture holders. Debenture holders it is issuing a debenture, and company received some fund from the debenture holders. Okay, it received fund, for that it is paying what na interest. Bankly you are getting some loan, for that loan you need to pay interest. In same way, for that from the debenture holder, company has received some money, for that company is making some payment of interest to the debenture holder. Such thing we call it as interest. In this topic we are going to learn how the debentures will be issued. What is the accounting treatment for issue of debenture? How interest is calculated? When company issue debenture, what is the accounting treatment for it? What is the treatment for loss on issue of debenture? What are the loss we have when we issue debenture? So like this we are going to discuss certain thing. First we will take up some theory things, theory discussion we will take up. Some questions we will see relating to issue of debenture. VX Limited issued 30,000 8% debentures of rupees 100 each. VX Limited issued 30,000 8% debentures of rupees 100 each. 30,000 is called as number of debenture, 8% is the rate of interest, and debenture order face value is 100. Debenture order face value is what? 100. I will repeat. 30,000 8% debentures of rupees 100 each is issued at a discount of 10%. These debentures are issued at a discount of 10%. Already we discussed about what is the meaning of discount. Issue prices less than face value, then it is called as discount. Issue price is 100, face value is 100, but it is issued at 10% discount, meaning 100 minus 10%, it is issued at 90 rupees. That is called as issued at discount. Redeemable at a certain rate of premium. These debentures are redeemed at a dash na premium. These debentures are redeemed at a premium. Out of on the issue of debenture, on these debentures, the loss on issue of debentures account was debited with 4,50,000. Already loss on issue of debentures was debited with how much amount? 4,50,000. The amount of premium on redemption of debenture. What is the meaning of the word redemption? Redeem. Redeem means, the word redeem means repayment. The word redeem means what? Repayment. When you repay the debenture, either you will repay at par or you will repay at premium. When you repayment, we assume 100 rupees is the face value. When you repay this at 110, this is called as repayment of debenture. This repayment is called as redeemable. This repayment is called as what? Redeemable. So redeemable debenture. The word redeemable meaning repayment. It is repaid at a certain rate. Out of the on this issue of debenture, there is a loss on debenture account is debited with 4,50,000. What is the amount of premium on redemption of debenture they are asking? This is the requirement of the question. It is very simple. First find the loss. Total how many debentures we have? 30,000 number of debentures we have. On this 30,000 debenture, what is the face value? It is 100. On this, what is the discount of debenture? 10%. This is the discount. Discount is one of the loss. When you issue the debenture, you are issuing the debenture at face, not at face value. It is less than face value. Face value is 100, but you are issuing at 10% discount. The discount when you issue, that is the loss. 30,000 into 100 into 10% will give you how much amount? 30,000 into 100 into 10%. This is the discount. 3 lakh is the discount. Okay, also you have some other loss. This is one loss at the time of issue of debenture. Also we have one loss at the time of repayment of debenture. When you repay the debenture, you are repaying at a premium. But what is the amount of premium? I don't know. But I know total loss comes to how much amount? Means 4,50,000. This is my total loss. Out of this total loss, issue loss is 3 lakh. What is the repayment loss? This can be arrived as a balancing figure. What is the balancing figure? It is 1,50,000. So answer for this question is 1,50,000. Also, they are asking one more thing in this question. What is the another in same type of question? What is the another thing they may ask means what is the rate of premium, like that they can ask. Here it is repaid at 1,50,000. It is repaid at how much amount? 1,50,000 extra. This 1,50,000 you can express in terms of percentage. 1,50,000. 1,50,000. This is the amount of extra repayment divided by total value of debenture. 1,50,000 divided by it is what is the total value of debenture? 30,000 into 100 will give you 30 lakh. It means that it is redeemed at how much percentage of premium means 5% of premium. That is the meaning. This type also they can ask for question. So just I am telling you. Next one. A Limited purchased an asset worth 24 lakh. So purchase consideration it is 24 lakh, for which payment is made at 9% debenture. 9% represent rate of interest. Already I told you meaning of debenture. Debenture is a debt instrument issued by the company. It carries fixed rate of interest. What is the rate of interest for this debenture? 9%. And it is issued at a discount of 4%. At the time of issue, it is issued at a discount. Okay. For repayment, for payment of purchase consideration, find the number of debentures to be issued to the vendor. To the asset purchased vendor, how many number of debentures to be issued? Answer should not be in rupees. It is number of debenture. So it is numbers. This is number of debenture. Rupees kadayadu. So it is wrongly typed or it is wrongly given. So it is not rupees. It is just a number of debenture. How to find out number of debenture? So number of debentures to be issued. Very, very simple on a formula. It is purchase consideration. It is purchase consideration divided by purchase consideration divided by issue price. Purchase consideration divided by issue price. What is the purchase consideration we have totally? Rupees 24 lakh. 24 lakh we should pay divided by issue price. What is the issue price? Totally face value is 100. Discount is 4%. 100 minus discount 4%, 4 rupees. 100 minus 4 will give you 96. So 24 lakh divided by 96 will give you 25,000. This is the number of debentures to be issued. So question number 145. What is the number of debentures to be issued? It is 25,000 number of debenture. Okay, next. What is the next question? Question number 146. On 1st May, A Limited issued 10,000 number of debenture. 10% is the rate of interest of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. At a premium of 10%. 10% debenture. 10% is the interest. 10,000 is the number of debentures are issued. And 10% is the number of 10% is the rate of interest of rupees 100 each at a premium of rupees 10%. Debentures are issued at a premium of 10%, redeemed at a premium of 10%, issued at a premium of 10%. At the time of redemption also, repayment also, there is a premium of 10%. At the time of issue, if you have premium, that is your profit. At the time of issue பண்ணும்போது, if you have premium, that is your profit. But when you redeem extra, that is not your profit, that is your loss. How much is the amount of loss? 10%. Total 10,000 number of debentures we have into rupees 100 of each debenture. What is the redeemable premium into how much percentage? 10%. Total 10 lakh into 10% will give you 1 lakh. Will give you 1 lakh. So answer for question number 146 is C, 1 lakh. Next, question number 147. From this onwards, 3 mark question started, but still we have few more 1 mark question. Okay, first we'll take up this basic question because in many places this question got repeated, and this question is the One of the basic question, it contains some useful adjustments. Read this question. Past necessary journal entry. Past necessary journal entry for issue of debentures for the following. First scenario. K Limited issued 80,000 number of debenture at 9% rate of interest of each debenture is 100 rupees. It is issued at par. Issued at what? Par. When you issue the debenture, you issued 100 rupees is the face value, and you issued this at how much price? Na 100 rupees. But it is redeemable at a premium of 10%. It is redeemable at a premium of how much percentage? 10%. Debentures are redeemable. Redeemable means repaid. Redeemable means what? Repaid. Repaid at 10% premium. Okay. So issued at par, redeemed at premium. So first you should pass journal entry for issue of shares. Okay. So first entry we will take up. It is bank account in the books of starting எழுதிக்கோங்க. So first entry bank account debit to 9% debenture, bank account debit to 9% debenture application and allotment account. Next entry, how much amount? How many number of debenture? 80,000 number of debenture. And when it is issued at par. It is 80,000 into 100. 80,000 into 100 will give you 80 lakh. Next entry, 9% debenture, 9% debenture application and allotment account debit 80 lakh to 9% debentures. Debenture நம்ம share capital transfer பண்ற மாதிரி. It is how much amount? 80 lakh. So first 80 lakh received. 80 lakhs is transferred to what account? Debentures account. Application entry over and allotment both we are இங்க பிரேக்கப்லாம் கொடுக்கல, அதனால மொத்தமா எழுதியாச்சு. இதுக்கு அப்புறமா ரீபேமெண்டோட என்ட்ரி யூ ஷுட் ரைட். Repayment entry is very very simple. You combine the repayment entry in this second entry itself. It is loss on issue of debentures account debit. Loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium on redemption of debenture. To premium on redemption of debenture. When you redeem this debenture, you are redeeming at a premium of 10%. Repaid at a premium of 10%. So you should create a liability. Liability created. Premium on redemption of debenture. Liability created. And also loss account should be debited. So loss on issue of debentures account debit to premium on redemption of debenture. How much amount? Totally we have 80,000 debenture. 80,000 number of debentures we have into 10. This is 100 is the face value into 10% will give you 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs. So this 8 lakhs should be debited. Also 8 lakhs should be credited. Future we are creating, we will repay it a higher price. For that now itself we are creating a liability. So just two entries. What are the two entries? First entry bank account debit to debenture 9% debenture application and allotment. Second entry debenture application and allotment account debit to 9% debenture as usual entry. Also you should write whenever it is redeemed at a premium, loss on issue of debenture account should be debited and premium on redemption of debentures account should be credited. Okay, one more question. Please try. Same type of question. Next question. Try பண்ணுங்க. Quickly. Debentures are issued at a premium. Also it is redeemed at a premium. Quick entry pass பண்ணுங்க. So what is the entry? Have you written the entry? Okay, fine. So it is 50,000 debentures are issued on 10% is the rate of interest. 100 at a premium. First bank account debit to 10 percentage debenture application and allotment. It is how much? 50,000 debentures into 100 into, and it is not 100, it is 105, because we are receiving extra amount 5% premium. Appa 50,000 is the number of debenture. 50,000 into 105. 50,000 into 105 will give you 52 lakhs and 50,000. 52 lakhs and 50,000. Next, these debentures are issued at a premium. These debentures are issued at a premium. Appa 10 percentage debentures application and allotment account debit to 10 percentage debenture to percentage debenture. Also there is a issued at premium, but to premium on to securities premium. To securities premium. Okay. So how much amount collected? 52 lakh and 50,000 is collected. In 52 lakhs and 50,000, how much should be transferred to debenture? How it is 52 lakhs and 50,000? 50,000 number of debentures into rate is 105 premium. Now 50,000 is the number of debenture. Debenture should be credited with face value 100 and extra profit 50,000 into 5 rupees is the securities premium that should be credited to securities premium account. Upper 10% debentures application account should be debited with 52 lakh 50,000. To 10% debentures account should be credited with 50 lakh, and also to securities premium it is 25,000. To 50,000 into 5 will give you 2 lakhs and 50,000. For final journal entry, 2 entry, bank account debit to 10% debentures application and allotment, 10% debentures application and allotment account debit, 2 debentures to securities premium 2 lakh 50. That's all. Also இது இஷ்யூக்கான entry. Also when we redeem there is a premium. Whenever there is a redemption at premium, loss on issue of debentures, loss on issue of debentures account should be debited. It is redeemed at a premium of 10%. Issue பண்ணும்போது 5% தான் premium, but when you repay it you have to repay it at 10% premium. Loss on debentures account should be debited. 50,000 is the number of debenture. Face value it is 100 and into how much percentage na? Into how much percentage? 10%. It literally 50 lakh 10%. It is 5 lakh. It is 5 lakh. 5 lakh account should be debited. Whatever amount you debited, the same amount you should credit. You should create a liability to premium on. You should write fully premium on redemption of. You should write fully premium on redemption of debenture. Premium on redemption of what? Debenture. Premium on redemption of debenture. Repayment of debenture. Whatever amount you debited here, same amount should come here as liability 5 lakh. That's all. So with this we completed up to question number 148. Proceeding to question number 147. Proceeding to next question, calculation of interest. Relating to interest, what you should remember, interest should be calculated on face value. Interest should be calculated on what? Face value. அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட்ல என்ன நம்பர் போட்டிருக்காமோ அதுக்கு பேர் தான் face value. And the interest should be transferred to what account? P&L account, because interest is an expense that should be transferred to P&L. For calculating interest, discount on issue of debentures or premium on issue of debenture should not be considered, because never interest is calculated on issue price. Debenture interest is calculated on the face value which is mentioned in the document. Like shares, debentures is also traded. There will be a extra price also, but still remember, always company when it calculate interest, it will calculate interest only on what amount? It will calculate interest only on the face value. Question order requirement. Find the amount of interest on debenture. Find the amount of interest on debenture. 20,000 is the number of debenture. Into what rate? 100. This 20,000 is the number of debenture and 100 is the face value into how much percentage? What is the rate of interest? Interest on debenture order rate, it is 13 percentage into 13 percentage. This will give you 20,000. 20,000 into 100 will give you 20 lakh. 20 lakh into 13 percentage will give you 2 lakh and 60,000. So answer for question number 148, it is A. Next, question number 149. Question number 149. Following journal entry appears in the books of L Limited. We have some journal entry. Bank account debit, loss on issue of debentures account debit, to 12% debentures, to premium on redemption of debentures. It means we have a liability created for 50 50 then 50 lakh 50 lakh 5 lakh. Our liability is created to the extent of 5 lakh and debenture is credited with 50 lakh 12% debenture is credited with 5 lakh. இது எவ்வளோ ஒரு கமா 50 lakh. Debenture amount 50 lakh. அதோட premium it is how much amount? 5 lakhs. Whether entry is tallied? Tally ஆயிருக்கா? எதுவும் tally ஆகலையே. 475,000. 4,75,000 plus 75,000 will give you 5,50,000. அப்போ இது வந்து 50,000 நினைக்கிறேன். 50,000 இது 5 lakh information. Okay, fine. Question வாங்க. Question என்ன கேட்டிருக்கான்? What is the discount on issue of debenture? What is the discount on issue of debenture? I told you we have two loss. Loss on debentures we have two loss. One issue loss, another one is repayment order loss. Issue அப்போ எப்போ loss இருக்கும்னா when you issued at discount we have a loss. When repayment அப்போ எப்போ loss இருக்கும்னா when you repay it at premium we will be having a loss. Premium order loss question it is mentioned as 50,000. அப்போ issue order loss balancing figure arrive பண்ணுங்க. Total loss is 75. இதில் issue loss repayment loss is 50. அப்போ issue loss is 25,000. சரி, இந்த 25 percentageல we need to find out. It is 25,000 divided by out of 25,000 out of 5 lakh into 100. Since we are writing the answer in percentage, it is 25,000 divided by 5 lakh into 100. 5% you will be getting. So answer is 5%. Proceeding further, question number 150. Okay, question number 150, it is A Limited issued 10,000 9% debentures of rupees 100 each at a premium of 5%. Debentures are redeemable at a premium of 10%. Issueல premium இருக்கு, also repaymentல ஒரு premium இருக்கு. What is the loss on issue of debenture? I told you two types of loss. One at the time of issue, another one at the time of repayment. Issueல எப்போ loss இருக்குன்னா discountல தான் issue பண்ணாதான். But here the debentures are issued at a premium. அப்போ there is no loss on issue of debenture. Issue பண்ணும்போது loss கிடையாது. Repayamentல எப்போ loss இருக்கு? When you repay it at premium. Here the repayment is redeemable at premium. Here there is a redemption at premium. அப்போ second loss மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. What is the loss? 10,000 is the number of debenture. Okay, into face value it is 100. What is the premium percentage? 10%. For 10,000 into 10%, 10 lakh. 10 lakh into 10% will give you 1 lakh. So answer for this is question number 140 is 1 lakh. Next, question number 151. Question number 151. Delimited issued 11 8,000 11%. 8,000 is the number of debenture. 11% rate of interest, face value 100 at a premium of 5%. The total amount of debenture interest for 1 year will be 1 year oda debenture oda interest எவ்வளோன்னு கேட்குறாங்க. So how many number of debenture? 8,000. What is the face value? It is 100. Interest they are asking. Interest is how much percentage? 11%. The premium, discount, issue எதுவுமே consider பண்ணக்கூடாது for calculating interest. அப்ப 8,000 into 100 into 11%. 8,000 into 100 into 11% will give you 88,000. Next, read this question. Z Limited issued 15,000 9% debenture. Z Limited issued 15,000 number of debenture, 9% rate of interest of rupees 100 face 100 each at 10% discount. Appa issue there is a loss on 1st April. On 1st April it has a balance of 1 lakh in securities premium. Usage of securities premium படிச்சோம்ல, அதுல one such purpose is it can be used for writing of discount on issue of debenture. Also it can be used for redemption of debentures. Okay, next. So securities premium we have for 1 lakh. Discount on issue of debentures we have 1 lakh and 50,000. So when we issue the debenture there is a discount of 1 lakh 50. Okay, so the discount of 1 lakh 50 will be written off. The discount of 1 lakh 50 will be written off அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ இதுக்கு என்ன ஆன்சர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கணும். கொஸ்டின் ஒரு வாட்டி கோ த்ரூ பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ இஷ்யூ பண்ணும்போது மட்டும் டிஸ்கவுண்ட்ல இஷ்யூ பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அப்போ there is a loss. அதை ரைட் ஆஃப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்? It is 15,000 debentures we have totala. அதில் 100 is the face value into how much is the discount percentage? 10%. This is how it comes to how much amount? 1 lakh and 50,000. The 1 lakh 50 questionலே கொடுத்துட்டான், நீ கண்டுபிடிக்க வேண்டாம். This 1 lakh 50 is given in the question itself. Okay, so the discount on issue of debentures is 1 lakh 50 is written off. This needs to be written off. And also we have a securities premium of 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh 50, 1 lakh will be adjusted against securities premium. Balance we have 50,000. This 50,000 will be taken out of SOPL, statement of profit and loss. So we will debit this to P&L account. So we need to have this answer. So 1 lakh is adjusted towards securities premium. 50,000 is out of P&L account. So with this we completed around 152 questions. Okay, still we have some same type of question. We'll take up that. Next question, question number 153. So next class debenture will be done. Easy on a topic. R Limited issued 5,000 number of debentures, 9% debentures at 500 each at a premium of 10%. Meaning debentures are issued at a premium. The amount is payable as follows. On application 20, on allotment it is balance including premium. Allotment is included in premiums. Allotment premium is included in allotment stage. Debentures were fully subscribed. All the amount were duly received. Past journal entry for the issue of debentures in the books of R Limited. That's all. Very easy question. Go through this. Consistent this type of question is asked in exam also. So go through the numbers. Share Marie. In issue of shares we discussed this type of question. Online when you see this video, you just pause the video and then do the sum and then see the answer. Okay, in case when I discuss the answer first, அப்படியே answer மட்டும் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காதீங்க. So just pause the video and do the sum, அப்புறமா ஆன்சரை செக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So first, in the books of, always you should write in the books of R Limited. First entry, bank account debit. Shares மாதிரியே இருக்கும். Bank account debit. 2, how much percentage? Debenture. 9% debentures application. How many number of debenture? 5,000 number of debentures into face value. It is 200. 5,000 into 200. 5,000 into 200. It is 10 lakh. 10 lakh. First entry over. Second one, 9% debenture application account debit. 2 plus 9% debentures. It is 10 lakh. Application entry over. Application over. Next, allotment balance. So total debenture price 500 at a premium of 10%. So 500 la 10%, 50, 550, 550 la 300 collected. Appa balance is, sorry, 550 la 200 is collected. So appa balance is 350. How it is 550? I will tell. 500 is the debenture. Premium is 10%. 500 la 10%, 50. 500 plus 50, 550. Out of 550, 200 is collected on application. So balance is 350. So what is the entry for debentures allotment? 9% debentures allotment account debit to 9% debentures to 9% debenture. It is issued. How it is issued? It is issued at a premium. First pass entry for premium. What is the entry? Bank account 9% debentures allotment account debit to 9% debentures to securities premium. To securities premium. So first write the entry, then we will complete the amounts. Now debenture oda issue mattum we have discussed. Okay va? Debentures are issued at a premium. Debentures are issued at a premium. Okay. The debentures were fully subscribed and all the amount was duly received. Past necessary journal entry. So they are asking us to pass necessary journal entries. First, how much is the debenture allotment? So debenture allotment account should be debited. It should be debited with how many number of debentures we have totally? It is 5,000 number of debenture. What is the percentage? 9%. How much is the rate? 350. So tell me 5,000 into 350 will give you, what is the amount pa? 5,000 is the number. Total into 350 will give you 17 lakhs and 50,000. So entry bank account debit, but debentures allotment account should be debited with 17 lakhs 50,000. Now also premium 5,000 into 350 la 50 rupees is premium. So without premium it is 300. Premium amount 5,000 into 50. 5,000 into 50. So tell me 5,000 into 300 will give you 15 lakh. 5,000 into 50 will give you 2 lakhs and 50,000. So entry debentures allotment account debit to 9% debenture to securities premium. Suppose in this entry, if you have any loss, such loss should be adjusted in this entry. What entry you will pass? Loss on issue of debentures account should be debited to premium on redemption of debenture. Loss should be debited and as well as premium on redemption should be credited. But in this question, they didn't tell anything about repayment. How the repayment done? That is not given in the question. So we can assume that it is repaid at par. That is the general meaning. Okay, if it is redeemed at premium, they should tell it is redeemed at premium. Okay, so you don't pass any they are simply asking us to pass journal entry in the regards of what issue of debentures. Debentures related what are the entry? Bank to debenture application to debenture allotment account debit to 9% debentures, also to securities premium. That's all. Okay, so mark this question as important. So this type of question also they can ask, and also earlier we discussed this is also they can ask. Okay, one more concept. Next concept. Again, same type of question. Exactly, all the things are same. S Limited issued 3,000 number of debentures, 9% debenture, 500 is the price, premium is 10%. It is issued at a premium. Application 200 and balance on allotment. Same number, 550, 200 on application and 350. Only the thing what they changed is number of debenture. In this question, number of debentures is 5,000. Here the number of debentures is 3,000. Only change avladha. So no value addition in solving these questions. So you try as homework. Okay. Next question important. Next question important. next question. Next question important. So this type of question we'll discuss in next class. Stop this stop பண்ணிக்கிறோம். Next classல continue பண்ணுவோம். So you still debentures related all the questions are similar type of question only. Only ஒரு 2 questions பார்த்தோம்னாலே அந்த first type of question will be over. And other questions are all relating to issue of debentures relating to consideration other than cash. அதுவும் ஒரே next classல debentures part will be done. And so on the major part of company accounts 36 marks, partnership 36 marks plus company 24, 60 marks coverage the next class oda முடிஞ்சிரும். So cash flow and other things ratio is very simple part தான். அதுலேயும் I included many questions, நிறைய questions include பண்ணியிருக்கேன் அந்த மெட்டீரியலில். ஸோ அதுவும் சால்வ் பண்ணும். சரியா? நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் பார்ப்போம். பை பை. நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் பார்ப்போம். பை.